On July 11th, that's about a week from now, the upper house of parliament, the Rajya Sabha, will see a phase of elections to fill up a handful of seats. It's a coveted seat. It's the senior house which has eminent members from across the country. But there are also a few people who enter the Rajya Sabha from a route which involves money power. This is a sting operation that confirms one of the worst kept secrets in this country. We've gone to Karnataka, a state where over the last few elections we've seen businessmen enter the Rajya Sabha allegedly because they have the money to buy seats. It's an open bazaar, and if you're powerful enough, you can wrangle a seat to the House of Elders. If you thought democracy was alive and well, look at what really is happening. This is the first of our exposés, the Rajya Sabha Bazaar.
Would India be offended if we revealed how the temple of our democracy had been reduced to a flea market of corrupt wheeling and dealing, where seats in the hallowed house can be bought and sold? India Today uncovers the sacrilege. We've caught on camera MLAs flaunting their price tags for voting in the Rajya Sabha polls from Karnataka. 4 Rajya Sabha seats are up for election in the southern state on the 11th of June. The Congress has fielded 3 candidates, former ministers Oscar Fernandes, Jairam Ramesh, and former IPS officer K.C. Ramamurthy. Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is the BJP's face, and real estate baron B.M. Farooq is the Janata Dal Secular's nominee. Now the basic arithmetic. An allowed quota of 45 votes is required for each candidate to win. With its 124 members in the 224-seat assembly, the ruling Congress is tipped to get Fernandes and Ramesh elected. There's no threat to Sitharaman either because of the BJP's 46 MLAs rallying around. But the fight is tough between Congress's Ramamurthy and Farooq put up by the 40-member JDS. India Today's reporters have uncovered the ugly round of political defections and horse trading for that one single seat.
सर आपसे डिस्कस किया होगा थोड़ा बहुत
Posing as lobbyists for a candidate, you're now looking at undercover journalists striking a deal with this powerful MLA from JDS of former Prime Minister H.D. Devgowda. Mallikarjun Khuba, a JDS legislator from Karnataka's Basvikalyan constituency. The crew met him at his Delhi home with a cash offer in exchange for his Rajya Sabha vote. Khuba means business.
नहीं मेरा पूछने का है ये वोट चाहिए मेरा तो बात करते 10 वोट चाहिए 10 वोट का बात करते 2 वोट चाहिए 2 वोट का बात करते
सर तो 10 वोट हमें चाहिए सर आप क्या सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं कैसे आप वो करवा सकते हैं कैसे मैनेज हो सकता है वो आप बताइए
क्या देना चाहते हो
सर व्हाट इज योर एक्सपेक्टेशन
नहीं प्रॉपर में वोट कोई नहीं डालता ये ध्यान में रखा के चलो कोई वोट देता नहीं
The young legislator coolly quotes his staggering price to cast his vote for a member of parliament.
तो लेट्स से एक काम करते हैं सर व्हाट अबाउट यू अभी हम आपकी बात कर लेते हैं
चलो मेरा बात करो मेरा जो चुनाव का खर्च है आप दे दो
कितना है
नो प्रॉब्लम मैं तो बोला ना अबव 5 बोल के पहले
So you thought merit gets you into our hallowed upper house of parliament? Listen carefully to MLA Mallikarjun Khuba once again.
मेरा जो चुनाव का खर्च है आप दे दो
कितना है
नो प्रॉब्लम मैं तो बोला ना अबव 5 बोल के पहले ही बोला मेरे को ज्यादा दो उनको कम दो ऐसा हम लोग हमारा जब टीम आता है तो टीम में एक ही रेट रहता है टीम में 1 रेट रहता है 2 रेट नहीं
ठीक है
Khuba also offers 10 MLAs from his party, the JDS, who he said would cross-vote in favor of the Congress candidate. The upper house of the National Parliament has some of India's top industrialists, sportspersons and Bollywood celebrities as its members. At least 70 Rajya Sabha lawmakers have a net worth of more than 100 crore rupees. Political veterans know the upper house elections are a no-nonsense game. That's the flavor of this conversation between MLA B.R. Patil and his supporters in room number 409 of Bangalore's Lalit Ashok Hotel.
हम पॉलिटिकल मैच भी देख ले फ्री ऑफ चार्ज।
पॉलिटिकल मैच क्या था?
ये जो राज्य सभा इलेक्शन का मैच इसमें ध्यान नहीं आता।
Patil and his friends are unaware they're being secretly filmed. Their discussion turns shockingly candid.
डिसाइड करने वाला यहाँ भी नहीं, वहाँ यहाँ से वहाँ, वहाँ से यहाँ, ये एक नेता एक बोलता, दूसरा नेता कुछ और बोलता।
His supporters are expecting him to be celebrating soon. After all, he's also an MLA in demand.
तो बिहार से पार्टी मिलने वाली है बोलते हैं, कह रहे हैं।
कौन किस लिए पार्टी?
भाई कुछ दोस्तों के हिस्से में भी आना चाहिए।
क्या?
पूरा हजम नहीं होता ना, कुछ उसमें परसेंटेज निकालना है।
Down in the lobby of the same hotel, the SIT catches hold of four-time JDS MLA GT Devagowda with his son-in-law Ram. On offer is hard cash for his Rajya Sabha vote. Devagowda would not open up himself.
Tomorrow, totally, we will see and discuss with you. Okay. On the picture, I will see. After, I will see.
But as we walked out, his son-in-law threw a price for a vote.
So whatever amount,
What is that from your side? What was the fixed that done for vote?
no fixed amount. We want vote at any cost. That's all. As simple as that.
What is up to how much you go? You got 10 crore?
Don't worry, you will get.
Don't worry.
If the father-in-law vote in favor of the candidate, then we'll give you 10 also. 10.
The deal is nearly clinched through the son-in-law. And here's another MLA, Varthur Prakash, frankly admitting he and other independent legislators have pledged their vote to the ruling Congress candidate.
So money is coming. That is not an issue for independents. But they are loyal to the CM.
It's a flood of cash that's determining who gets a coveted Rajya Sabha seat. So if you were wondering why House of Elders has become a hunting ground for deep pockets, you no longer have to. With Jamshed Khan and Sushant Pathak, Bureau Report, India Today.
Shocking sting that exposes the worst kept secret in our politics. Rajya Sabha seats are up for sale if you have the money to purchase it. I'm joined by Danish Ali, the Secretary General of the Janata Dal Secular, the party which has been caught on tape. GVL Narasimha Rao is the national spokesperson of the BJP. Remember, the BJP had supported Vijay Mallya 5 years ago or 6 years ago for a seat in the Rajya Sabha from Karnataka. S.Y. Qureshi, former Chief Election Commissioner who has been taking up this entire issue of corruption in the Rajya Sabha. And Dinesh Gundu Rao, Food and Supply Minister, Government of Karnataka from the Congress, a party which had also supported the likes of Mr. Mallya, but 6 years before that, in 2003. Thank you all very much for joining us. First to you, Danish Ali. Do you want me to again play that soundbite before you react? I'm going to play it once more for you of your MLA, and I want you to react to what your MLA is saying so that you cannot turn around and say, what are you talking about? Listen in once more to your MLA, sir, and I want you to respond.
नहीं, मेरा पूछने का है, ये वोट चाहिए मेरा, तो बात करते हैं, 10 वोट चाहिए, 10 वोट का बात करते हैं, 2 वोट चाहिए, 2 वोट का बात करते हैं।
सर, तो 10 वोट हमें चाहिए सर। आप क्या सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे आप वो करवा सकते हैं, कैसे मैनेज हो सकता है, वो आप बताइए।
क्या देना चाहते हैं?
Sir, what is your expectation?
नहीं, करोड़ 2 करोड़ रुपए में वोट कोई नहीं डालता, ये ध्यान में रखा के चलो। करोड़ 2 करोड़ में कोई वोट देता नहीं।
1 or 2 crores is not enough. Some of them want even more. Danish Ali, please respond.
No, Rajdeep, it's really shocking. And what has been heard on this TV today is, I have no words to say, but it's a total system is being ruined.
Sir, forget the
it's a
system. These are
time
your
that
MLAs.
we all
Sir, forget the system. You are
political
the
part.
Sir, I want to know what is your... No, forget other parties and system. What is your Janata Dal secular going to do? Are you going to sack them? Will you sack a 3-time MLA?
That is what I am saying. JDS is also part of the system, and this system totally has been rotten.
Sir,
and
but sir, we all know that. I want to know what are you going to do about it? Mr. Danish Ali, your MLAs have been caught on tape asking for 2 crores to 5 crores. What are you going to do about it? I will play their bites again and again till I hear that you are going to act against them. This is a shame. What are you going to do about it?
No, definitely my party will take a view on it. And I can't announce the action live on the TV channel, but my party will definitely take the
Sir,
view.
your party has been accused. Your party has been accused of a similar practice even in previous Rajya Sabha elections of using your surplus votes to actually get businessmen elected into the Rajya Sabha who are ready to offer you cash. Yes or no? Is that true or not?
Rajdeep, may I remind you,
yes,
what you are talking about 2010 Vijay Mallya's election, where BJP has also voted for that candidate at that point of time. It's on the record that my party president Shri H.D. Devegowda wrote a letter to Congress President Srimati Sonia Gandhi that this time in this election we want to field our candidate, our party Secretary General. And because previously we have given our surplus vote to the Congress candidate, this time Congress must reciprocate and we are fielding Danish Ali as our candidate. There was no response, and Congress ultimately...
No, 1 minute.
Also is responsible for...
No, because they were not fielding an official candidate, therefore your surplus votes are now available for sale. This is a classic example of how our political parties operate. Dinesh Gundu Rao, please respond. Danish Ali is saying that JDS wanted their own candidate to be given a Rajya Sabha seat. The Congress did not respond. So now the surplus votes are up for sale to the highest bidder in Karnataka.
See, there is no defense to any person selling his vote for money. Neither can Congress, nor BJP, nor JDS, or any political party or any individual can defend that.
Yes.
Because that is something which is completely reprehensible, and it goes against the very ethos of democracy. That if someone is willing to sell their vote for money, then what are the values left? But at the same time, the reality is there that yes, money it is playing hands in many times in such elections, or where big industrialists with the huge money bags are able to influence and get themselves elected into Rajya Sabha, which is not good, or it's not a good sign, because these people who have had no record of public service, not having really done anything in terms of social work,
so,
or
but it's
having
happening
done
all the
any great
time.
contribution, are
It's
getting into Rajya
happening all the
Sabha.
time. It's happening all the time.
Yes, there is a weakness. Yeah, this is happening because the systems are like what Mr. Danish said, that there are weaknesses in our system. There are people who are willing to sell their vote for money.
You are all part of the system.
No,
the system is not some amorphous...
That it's a problem.
Sir, the system is not outside you. You are all part of the system. I'll come back to you because you keep blaming the system. But GVL Narasimha Rao,
no,
the BJP...
No, but Rajdeep,
yes.
let me...
Yes, go ahead. Yes, Dinesh. Complete.
Rajdeep, let me say that as far as our candidate goes over here, Mr. Ram Murthy is a very well-respected person, is a former IPS officer who we have supported as the third candidate, and there is no way that we are going to be involving ourselves in any kind of horse trading or indulging in any sort of buying of votes. So that Congress party is not doing that.
Please.
You put up a candidate.
Yes.
is a recognized person
Yes.
who's got a track record. So
you're
sir, I
doing
want to
that.
say officially
So
that
you're
we are
doing that
saying
in
he's got a
Karnataka,
track
Mr.
record,
Gundu
he's
Rao.
a
Just a
good
minute.
person, and-
You're doing that in Karnataka, but we know that in other states over the years, industrialists, people with money power have benefited. And GVL Narasimha Rao, you know, today when Vijay Mallya is out of the country, when he has had to quit parliament, question will be raised that you supported him along with the JDS 6 years ago. You have supported candidates in places like Jharkhand who are backed by big industrialists. Some of them are actually employees of that industrialist. I will not name that industry. It is one of the biggest companies in the country, and there one of their main officers has been supported by the BJP in the past. It is believed this is money power. Even the national parties are involved. Why only JDS? JDS is more vulnerable, but even BJP and Congress do it, Mr. GVL.
No, Rajdeep, before we get into history,
Yes.
let's look at the facts that you have today.
Yes.
The JDS and Congress are indulging in competitive bribery in Karnataka. They are indulging in poaching activity. The Congress is short of 13 MLAs to get a third candidate elected. JDS is short by 5. But isn't the Congress really sending a signal that we want to poach from the JDS? We want to bribe other MLAs. The Congress party cannot really. Congress party, you are also witness to the cash for vote scam. This country is the worst memory in parliamentary history, where MPs were purchased for voting in favor of the Congress party on the floor of Parliament in 2008. So I think you have to really address these questions. The Congress has really this culture of corruption.
So you're
We have
saying the
18
Congress is in
candidates
collusion with
this election,
JDS.
and all of them have
You
a
are
long
saying the
service
Congress is in
of working
collusion with the
party.
JDS, sir. You're saying the Congress is in collusion
No,
with the
Congress,
JDS.
Today, no. They are indulging
Rajdeep,
in.
Mr. Narasimha Rao is
Today they are indulging
misleading
in competitive
everyone.
bribery.
In
competitive
Karnataka,
corruption.
Yes.
it was the
Yes, go ahead.
No, that's the reality.
Sir, one by one.
Isn't the Congress
So one by one,
Karnataka-
GVL, let him respond. Let him respond. You have
Isn't the
made a
Congress
charge of
short of
competitive
13
bribery.
MLAs?
Let him respond, sir. Let him respond. On this program, this is not like other channels
Mr.
where people
Narasimha
shout.
Rao is-
Let's not shout. Please respond.
Rajdeep,
Yes.
Rajdeep, Mr. Narasimha Rao is completely hypocritical in his statements. It was in Karnataka that the Operation Kamala started, where opposition MLAs were bought out. They were made to contest in their parties. They were offered ministerships.
let's talk about
and the
today.
Operation Kamala
Yeah, let's
is
talk
is
about
new
today.
track record
You're
in
right.
defections.
Let's talk about today.
So,
We'll come to the past
and
later.
talking
Talk about today.
And talking about today, and yeah, because he's talking about Congress as being the corrupt party. The BJP is indulging the highest amount of corruption in Karnataka. Everybody knows. The second thing is coming to this issue. Congress is not indulging in any in any horse trading. There is a fourth candidate which has to be nominated. Now BJP does not have the numbers. JDS does not have the numbers. Congress does not have the numbers. But the independents are there who said that they will support the Congress. And within the JDS, there is a split in their own party, and some of them have come out openly and saying that they will support some other candidate. So there has to be a fourth candidate.
No money changing hands for it?
This time
Is there money changing hands?
Got a good track record.
Is there any money changing hands for this fourth
the
candidate?
Congress will not be involved. Congress will not be involved in any sort of money transaction. We have put up a respectable candidate, not a Mr. Moneybags, not a businessman. He is an officer who has served well before, and
Right.
we are supporting him, and the independents are supporting him. And it's a voluntary thing. If he wins, he wins. If
Okay.
he loses, he loses.
Can
but
I-
it's a chance that we are taking.
Can I
So
hold
there-
on?
So there is no
Can I
question
hold
of
you to
us,
that, sir?
trying to buy out anyone.
Can I hold
Yeah.
you, because I want to play the second
Yeah.
critical soundbite, and I want then SY Qureshi to respond to that as the former Chief Election Commissioner. Let's play exactly the kind of, because it's about intent. Take a look at what else was said in our sting. Listen in to our sting once again.
So whatever amount,
What is that from your side? What was the fixed that rent for vote?
no fixed amount. We won't vote at any cost. That's all. As simple as that.
What is up to how much will go? Will go 10 crores?
Don't worry, you will get it.
Don't worry.
If the father-in-law vote in favor of the candidate, then we'll give you 10 also. 10.
10 crores if your father-in-law Devagowda helps our candidate. Before I come to you, SY Qureshi ji, just for a moment, I want Danish Ali to respond to this, because his party leader on tape, His son-in-law is saying 10 crores. The bidding price 10 crore. This is the former Prime Minister, Mr. Danish Ali Devagowda.
I think Rajdeep, correct yourself. It is not Mr. former Prime Minister Devegowda's son-in-law. It is one MLA, Mr. GT Devegowda from Mysore, whose son-in-law you are talking to.
That's right.
Please
Sorry.
don't misrepresent the fact.
My apologies.
He's just an MLA.
My apologies. But even though, whether he's your three-time MLA, Mr. GT Devagowda, so do you concede that someone like him cannot remain in the assembly after this when his son-in-law is asking for 10 crores on his behalf? Or will you say that the MLA doesn't know about it? Is that what you are going to turn around and tell me today?
See, Rajdeep, we know how son-in-laws plays in this country. And if anybody's son-in-law is saying anything, all this material, we will definitely consider it, and the party will take a view, and party.
My worry is once this TV program is,
with a
sir, my worry is once this TV program is over, nothing will be done. That's why I want to go to you, S.Y. Qureshi. You might remember a few years ago we had exposed Jharkhand MLAs. I was in another channel at the time, but we had done a similar investigation of Rajya Sabha. And at that time, Jharkhand was the state where you had a fractured mandate, where independent MLAs and small parties were asking for money. What happened at the end of the day? Why don't we have such MLAs and parties acted against? Why aren't MLAs suspended? Can't the Election Commission do anything?
Well, Election Commission is in the picture only when the election is happening. And you refer to Jharkhand. At that time we had taken decisive action, although we had no precedent about such a thing till then. The dilemma before us was that we had no evidence that the money which we caught on the morning of the election was actually linked to the election, but we took a chance.
Right.
We said we'll take a risk. We countermanded the election, not very sure how judiciary will react, but we took it as a test case for us. And we were confident even judiciary will take it as a test case, and they upheld our decision. But in that case, the money was, we were able to prove
but in this case,
sir, in
this case, there is talk about money. Mr. Qureshi, in this case, there is talk about money. Is that enough for, let's say, at least the Karnataka Assembly Speaker to act? Or do you believe an election has to take place before the Election Commission acts? Because there is no model code of conduct here.
Well, you know, absolutely, there is no model code of conduct for Rajya Sabha election, but you use the word intent. That becomes very important, and that is the technicality behind which these people will hide themselves. No crime is, intention for any crime is not an offence except in one case, which is dacoity, as far as I understand. Of course, it may be no less than dacoity, but technically, intention is not an offence because the cause of the money has not changed hands, and nothing can be proved. Maybe they are just bragging. Maybe this sting operation is still will be subjected to various kinds of judicial tests, but that is a technicality. What is happening is writ large. We know, you know, everybody knows exactly what the reality is. And
so what's the solution?
One unfortunate thing,
so what's the solution, Mr. Qureshi? What is the solution?
That's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying, Rajdeep. That's what I'm saying. You know, the reality is that all political parties know exactly what is happening, but they are not unanimous. They start defending in action when they are the beneficiary and other is the aggressor. And when the roles reverse and their voices reverse, they have to put their heads together. I'm sure they'll find a solution because they know the problem.
You know, they know the problem. So let me put it to the political parties. You start GVL Narasimha Rao. What is the solution? You are the ruling party at the center. You are today in more states than any other party. I come back to you. You said don't go into history now, but I will go into history now. Because in Jharkhand, the BJP at times has also been accused of being ready to sell its surplus votes to anyone who has the money. Is that true or not? And what is the solution? Yes, Mr. Narasimha Rao.
Absolutely incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. I think one could transfer surplus votes. We are a national party, a party with principles. We have 18 candidates. You can look at their track record, look at the other candidates that we have supported. I think this actually happens in elections where there are surplus votes and there are no clear winners.
You have a lady this time. You have a lady this time in Uttar Pradesh. Sir, just a minute. You have a lady this time in Uttar Pradesh who's not even a party member. Why have you made her the candidate? Because she will get surplus votes for you? What is her Priyanka Mahapatra lady that you have appointed there in Uttar Pradesh?
Rajdeep, it's again you are wrong.
What? She's not a party BJP member?
No, please don't get your facts right. She is not BJP's candidate. She is not a BJP's candidate also in this election.
She is supported by the BJP for the last seat.
We have fielded 18 candidates on party symbol, and I think where we have surplus votes, it's for the BJP to decide whom to support. I think no one can really take that right away from us.
It's not about money.
We have surplus votes, and
your surplus votes are not given on the basis of who has money power. Your surplus votes are not being given on the basis of money power.
This is absurd.
This is absurd.
Tell me one instance. Tell me one instance. There will be immediate action. We will not run away like JDS or Congress. Give me one instance. I think this party runs on principles. We are not on sale like the Congress party or the JDS.
I'm glad you're saying this on a day when Eknath Khadse has been exposed yet again.
How to control the menace is concerned.
Sir, I'm glad you're saying this on a day when Eknath Khadse, your revenue minister, has been exposed in Maharashtra. You're saying they're a party of principles.
What? And we do not compromise. I think there is no allegation proved against anybody.
So Eknath Khadse won't be sacked?
We are not thick-skinned like the Congress party. We are not like other parties.
Eknath Khadse won't be sacked?
Don't expect these answers from me.
Okay.
I think we are a party that believes in probity.
Okay,
so what? Believes in probity.
So probity is when your number 2 person in Maharashtra is virtually caught red-handed.
The party considers it very seriously.
Okay, only he gets elected. He's your number 2 man. He's the revenue minister.
Red-handed? Come on, I think you can't make these comments, Rajdeep.
Okay.
What do you mean by caught red-handed?
Sir, you've seen the MIDC land deal.
Why doesn't?
You've seen the MIDC land deal. Stamp duty is paid of 3 crores.
Statements. I think my
on a property which is therefore worth 40 crores is bought for just a couple of crores.
If there is any, I think I can tell you hundreds of such instances.
Right.
I think I'm sure you and your friends may have done the same thing. The actual stamp duty sometimes is higher than what the market value of property
please, me and my friends have not. Don't pass the buck to me.
One can certainly examine it.
Sir, either way, a minister should not be doing what Khadse has done.
All of you.
Okay.
There are properties which are high valued.
Okay, let me turn.
There are properties which are valued higher than their real market value.
Sir, but that's not what a minister should be doing. Let's not justify Eknath Khadse today, but Dinesh Gundu Rao, according to GVL Narasimha Rao and as S.Y. Qureshi said, what is the solution? Let's return to this Rajya Sabha thing. What is the solution, Dinesh Gundu Rao? There is now open voting. So open voting to some extent has helped curb corruption. It's not a secret ballot. But despite that, as our sting has shown, money is changing hands. What's the solution?
See, Rajiv, the 2 things. First of all, to what Mr. Narasimha Rao said, that the Congress is the corrupt party. You know, we have in Karnataka, the hypocrisy is the BJP's middle name. The person who went to jail, who oversaw the scams, is now back as the president of the BJP in Karnataka, Mr. Yediyurappa. So let's not talk about, let's not be holier than thou. Mr. Narasimha Rao also is a person who's done real politics, and the BJP has compromised on many, many issues. So don't just paint the Congress black and paint yourself white. Let's not get into that. Okay, so let's look at the reality. Now, looking at the solution is a very difficult situation, something very difficult for us to come out with, Rajdeep, because this is an individual choice. Suppose somebody is willing to sell himself for a
suspend
vote,
them. Why can't the Karnataka Assembly get together and suspend them? Remember when Operation Duryodhan was there and questions were asked for money? Somnath Chatterjee took the action of for having an inquiry and having those MPs expelled. Why can't this be done in Karnataka? set a precedent.
I agree
At
with
least
you,
put some
Rajdeep.
fear.
I agree with you, Rajdeep. It's not that the assembly can suspend a person, because it's a political party which is to decide on based on the evidence on what they can do to its own party man or the party MLA.
No,
That's what each political party has to
the
decide for
assembly
itself.
can order an
If the evidence
inquiry
is
and
strong,
expel.
and if
You can do
and
what
if it-
Parliament did. You can expel them.
I think I do
Please
not,
set a precedent.
I do not. I think that can. I think that can be looked into. Looking at the legal ramifications and what are the powers of the speaker or of the government,
Right.
whether they can order an inquiry into this. We will look into this. If it requires, then let's consider that. But I think ultimately corruption is there in an electoral system. Everyone knows in every election
Sir.
money is spent way beyond the limits. Whether it's BJP, whether it's Congress, whether it's any party, nobody is so clean that they can claim that I don't spend money in elections. Whether it's a Lok Sabha, a Rajya Sabha, or a MLC or MLA. So there is a problem in our system. It needs to get corrected.
Sir,
by
you know, the
individuals,
people,
by
the
political
system has to be
parties working, trying
corrected,
to
sir.
work-
Sir, with
work
due
it out.
apologies. With due apologies, the system has to be corrected by those who are in the system, and all of you are in the system. You are going to have to correct it. It can't be done by any third party. I want to play one more sting statement and get Mr. Qureshi to give me a final word, because listen to this. This, to my mind, typifies what is wrong with the Rajya Sabha elections. Listen to it.
तो लेट्स से एक काम करते हैं सर, व्हाट अबाउट यू? अभी हम आपकी बात कर लेते हैं।
चलो मेरा बात करो, मेरा जो चुनाव का खर्चा है आप दे दो।
कितना है
नो प्रॉब्लम। मैं तो बोला ना अबव 5 बोल के पहले।
Above 5 crores. So Mr. Qureshi, at every level, MLA's election, the man is admitting he spent more than 5 crores. He wants to recoup that through a Rajya Sabha election. Is it basically at the end of the day that the election commission is pleading helplessness when it comes to money power? You have controlled muscle power, you are unable to control money power. That is the sad reality, sir.
That is a sad reality, but we have to act within the ambit of law. What is it that we can do? It's all black money, black transactions, they're happening, and the election commission doesn't have a magic wand that in 30 days election time we can wish it away. That is an unfortunate reality for sure. But political solution has to be found. Some systemic changes have to be made, and
so they have to
political
be
parties
made by the
should,
politicians.
seriously put
They have to
their
be
heads
made by the
together.
politicians, and my biggest worry, and this is my
Yes,
take
so
on it, will the politicians bite the hand that feeds them? That's the question I think this sting reveals. Will they bite the hand that feeds them? If they are themselves all part of the system, will they be ready for massive reform? Danish Ali, yes, you want to make a final comment? Today you have been embarrassed. 30 seconds. Final comment. Will I see your MLAs being acted against, or will you forget about it come tomorrow morning?
Rajdeep, what Dr. Qureshi has said, even when he was the Chief Election Commissioner, I pleaded this, that the funding which the corporate houses are giving to the political parties, let there be an account with the Election Commission, and the Election Commission distribute that funding to the political parties.
Sir, but the day has come.
The
day has come. So the
corporate got together and passed a legislation that any corporate can donate any amount of money to the political party. Is there any regional party getting any corporate funding? Any regional party? I am telling you, this Rajya Sabha menace has, whether it is a Jharkhand or Karnataka or other states, this is because that is the fact that the surplus vote, the candidates are being fielded who have the resources to get others vote for the surplus vote. For the confirmed seats, the own political
Sir, I get your point.
people. See, this is the fact, this is the reality.
My reality is that corporate houses are now putting up their own candidates. Will you support the reform? Why will you support? Why will you support the hand that bites you? The hand that feeds you?
I am demanding this. I am demanding this in the Election Commission from last 15 years in every all-party meeting, that this corporate funding, there should be a route. With the Election Commission, there should be an account. Let the corporate houses fund to the Election Commission, and the Election Commission give that money according to the party's performance in the previous election to all political parties. Why only corporate funding to the two national parties?
I have been hearing this for several years now. The question is, and I keep repeating it, will our political parties bite the hand that feeds them? That's all I want to say. Do you really want to reform the system? You are part of the system, sir. Whether it's GVL Narasimha Rao, whether it's Dinesh Gundu Rao, whether it's Danish Ali. You have to reform the system. We can only observe and produce things like this to expose what's happening. It's a sad day for democracy, what we've shown tonight. I appreciate my guests joining us, and I wonder whether tomorrow morning any action will be taken by Devagowda against those MLAs. That's what we will track tomorrow. Will Devagowda act against his MLAs? Will a Kumaraswamy act against his MLAs of the JDS?